Um, so I thought today we might do a little bit of core work, and that doesn't mean crunches or lots of ab work. Typically, when we think of core, we're like focused on the six-pack abs, but in terms of alignment and building strength and stability in your core in yoga, we really think about the core as being from your shoulder girdle all the way down to your hip stabilizing muscles in the pelvis and the hips. So we'll be focusing really on the whole trunk from your neck to your thighs. And that's front and back, so sort of this 360-degree application of strengthening, stretching, and just general engagement of your core. So to get started, just go ahead and come down onto your back. Extend your legs and your arms out long, rock your head from side to side, bring your shoulder blades together under your heart, just opening up through the chest and the belly. Let the body be soft and heavy. Close your eyes. And right away start to notice your breath. You don't have to change it just yet, just notice it. Feel the breath flow in through the nose and out through the nose. And taking these next few moments just to drop in, to let go of any external distractions, put the rest of your day on hold for a moment and focus on yourself. And deepen your next breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, breathe out. Again, big inhale through the nose. Big exhale out through the mouth. A few more deep falling out breaths, just like that. In. Let it go. And every breath in, feel the body lift away from the floor and expand. And on every exhale, feel the body drop down or melt back into the floor. A few more deep breaths on your own. And then on your next inhale, you'll reach your arms over your head. Take a full body stretch through the tips of your fingers and the tips of your toes. Point your feet, arch your back, like you're stretching first thing in the morning. And then as you exhale, curl up into a tiny little ball. Hug your arms around your shins. Take a rock from side to side. Just massaging the low back against the floor. And you're going to keep your right knee hugged into your chest and bring your left leg back down to the floor. Extend it out towards the bottom of your space. And just hugging that right thigh against your belly. Stretching the left leg out long. And we'll take this over into a twist. You'll take your left hand to the outside of your right thigh and just pull it across your body. And that knee may or may not touch the floor. Maybe you get a little pop in the low back. And take your gaze out over your right hand. Upper body twisting in one direction, lower body twisting in the opposite direction. And then next inhale, bring that right knee back through center. Just give it a little squeeze back into the chest. Bring your left knee into your belly to meet the right and just switch sides. So right leg extends out long. Wrapping the arms around the left leg, hug it in tight against your belly. Stretching through the right toes, low back still pressing into the floor, and then right hand will take the left thigh across the body. It may or may not touch the floor, and then the gaze looks out over the left arm. Nice, easy twist. Don't force it. Just let it be there. And then come back through center, hug that left knee back into your chest. And then the right knee comes up to meet it. Give yourself one last little squeeze. And then extend back out into that deep stretch. So from your finger toes to your tip toes, One long full body stretch. You're going to grab a hold of your left wrist with your right hand. You're going to create a banana shape with the body while you're lying on the floor. So you'll pull your left hand over to the right, and then you'll take your right foot, slide it out to the right, and then your left foot slides over to meet your right. So you're literally just a banana on the floor. So you should feel a nice deep opening on the left side of the torso from your left hip crease up the side of the ribs and then up underneath the left shoulder. Take a breath in here and a breath out. And slide through center, so straighten out your banana. You'll switch your grip. Left hand grabs the right wrist, pull it over to the left, top of the banana, and then bottom of the banana, left foot slides over to the left, and the right foot slides to meet it. A nice deep bend down the right side. You should feel a stretch on the outer right hip, all the way up through the right side of the ribs, and up into the underside of the right arm. And come back through center. Neutralize the spine. Take a big stretch in opposite directions, and then you'll hug your knees back into your chest, curl up into this tiny little ball around your spine. Then you'll start to rock and roll up and down the spine, just enough to get enough momentum to rock up into your seat. So finding an easy seat, you can sit cross-legged if it's comfortable for you. Stacking the head on top of the neck, neck on top of the shoulders, sitting up nice and tall, close your eyes. And hands can rest naturally in the lap, or if it feels better, you can bring them to heart center in prayer. But just settling for a moment right here. Deep breath in through the nose. Deep sigh out through the mouth. Again, inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, drop your shoulders. One more big breath in. Big breath out. You'll inhale, reach both hands straight up toward the ceiling. And then as you exhale, drop your right hand to the floor, reach your left arm up and over, stretching through the left side of the torso. Inhale, back up through center. And then exhale, other side. Left hand drops, right arm up and over. One more time, inhale, reach straight up. Exhale, over to the right. Last time up through center, breathe in. Exhale to the left. And then inhale, straight up through center, sit up tall, reach as high as you can. And then as you exhale, just bow forward over your legs, drop your head and neck. And shake your head yes and no. Just sort of releasing any tension in the neck and shoulders. And then as you're ready, go ahead and roll over your knees to a tabletop position, hands and knees. Stacking the shoulders over the wrists, the hips under the knee or over the knees, and tucking the toes under so that the soles of your feet are reaching toward the back of your space. A little bit of stretch on the inner arches of the feet. So take a deep breath in here and a deep breath out. Spread your fingers wide. One more inhale. And then as you exhale, press the floor away, round your spine like a Halloween cat, tuck your chin into your chest. And then as you inhale, drop your belly, lift your heart, lift your tailbone up toward the ceiling. Exhale for cat, round the spine, tuck your chin, tuck your tail. And again, inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale into cat, round your spine, press the floor away. Last time into cow pose, drop your belly, lift your heart. And then as you exhale, just come to a neutral spine. So nice flat tabletop. Again, those toes are tucked under. And you're gonna reach your left arm out in front, like you're shaking hands with the wrong hand. You're gonna reach your right foot back behind you. Toes are still on the floor just for now. Hug the low belly in and up. Breathe here. And then you're gonna lift your toes to hover, engaging the backside of that right leg, squeeze the glute. And then exhale, bring elbow to knee. Inhale, reach and extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. Last time, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. This time you're gonna reach out, but instead of coming in underneath, you're gonna come out to the side. So left arm's gonna come out to your left. Right knee's gonna come out to your right like you're a dog peeing on a fire hydrant, right? So inhale, reach. Exhale, pee on your fire hydrant. 2 more, inhale. Exhale, pee. Last time, reach and extend. Bend your elbow, bend your knee, and then let everything go. Back to your tabletop. Rinse it out with a cat and a cow, arching and rounding the spine. And then we'll do it all again on the other side. So right hand extends forward. Spread your fingers wide. Reach your left toes back behind you. Keep them on the floor just to start. And this is just so we can focus on engaging the lower abdominals. So hugging that low belly in and up. And then bring that left foot to hover, reaching the heel back behind you. Right fingertips reach forward. On an exhale, bring elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, reach and extend. Exhale, hug it in. This time, reach out, and then as you exhale, you'll pull left knee out to the left, right elbow out to the right, pee on your fire hydrant. Inhale, extend. Exhale, open up. Last time, reach. Exhale, lift that hip. Inhale, reach and extend, and then exhale, bring everything down, relax. Shake your hips from side to side. And then bring your big toes together, bring your knees out really wide, press your seat into your heels, and extend your hands out in front of you for child's pose, forehead to the floor. And give your forehead a rock from side to side. Deep breath in through the nose. Deep breath out through the nose. And when you're ready, tuck your toes under, lift your hips high toward the ceiling, downward facing dog. Bend your knees a lot, pedal out your feet, sort of bicycle the legs, get a little bit of movement in the hips. Spread your fingers really wide, press your chest back towards your thighs, open up in the chest and shoulders. Take a deep inhale through the nose, deep exhale through the mouth. You're going to come back into your tabletop shape just to come all the way down onto your belly. So here's where we're going to target the back side of the core. You're going to take your hands right underneath your shoulders, baby cobra pose, lift your head, neck, and chest off of the floor, squeeze your elbows in towards your ribs, and press down to the tops of your feet, spreading all 10 toes. Breathe here. Soften the back of your neck. One last big inhale. And then exhale, bring your forehead to the floor just to rest for a moment. And then you're going to slide your hands back an inch, maybe 2 inches. Squeeze your elbows in tight. And then on your next inhale, lift your head, neck, and chest again. A little bit higher this time. You can press into the floor to create more of a back bend and feel a little bit more engagement in the lower back or middle back. And then exhale, bring the forehead back down to the floor. You'll walk your hands back another ½ inch. Squeeze your elbows in tight. Last time, lift up, press into the floor, open your chest. And exhale, come all the way back down. Bend your knees so your feet are reaching up toward the ceiling, and just windshield wiper your shins from side to side. And bring the tops of your feet back down to the floor. You'll slide your elbows underneath your shoulders. Bring your forearms parallel. Fingers spread wide, palms pressing into the floor, coming into a Sphinx pose. So I typically keep my feet wider than shoulder width just to create more space in the low back, but still pressing into the tops of your feet. Pull your heart through your upper arms, reach the crown of your head high toward the ceiling. And if it helps, close your eyes here and focus on your breath. And this is generally a good place to throw in some neck stretches. So if it feels good, you can let your head hang. Chin comes into the chest. And take little semicircles from left to right. And come back through center, reaching the head up high, pulling the heart through the upper arms. And then you're going to stack your palms, let your elbows come out wide, and just come into a resting pose. So forehead to the backs of your hands. Give your hips a little shimmy from side to side. And then slide your hands back underneath your shoulders, just like we did in Cobra pose, but instead of Cobra, you're just going to press back to your child's pose. Hips to your heels, forehead to the floor. And you're going to lift up just enough to slide your right arm underneath your left, threading the needle, come down onto your right ear. Reaching your hips back behind you, just finding a gentle twist in the upper body, a little bit of a stretch in the shoulder. And inhale, come through center. And switch sides. So left arm threads under the right, coming down onto your left ear. Gentle twist in the upper body. And come back through center to your child's pose. And then we'll transition back to downward facing dog. Hips up high, press your chest back towards your thighs and melt your heels down toward the floor. Bend your knees a lot. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Deep sigh out. And then you'll walk your feet to meet your hands, coming into a forward fold. Bend your knees, rest your belly and your chest on your thighs. Grab an opposite elbow in each hand and just take a sway from side to side, shaking out your head and neck. And release your arms. Bring your feet a little bit closer together, but keep your knees bent and start to uncurl your spine, coming up to stand. Once you reach the top, inhale the arms up overhead. And then bring the palms together at heart center. So from here, we're just going to do a little bit of balancing again, just to target the whole trunk or the core. But coming into a nice easy stance so you feel solid in both feet. Drop your shoulders down your back. Bend your knees a little bit just so we're not locking them out. Hugging the low belly in and up. And you'll hug your left knee up in towards your chest. Find a balance here. Just bringing that knee to a right angle. And try to stay balanced on that right foot. It's okay if you fall out, just come back in. So staying nice and stable, slowly start to take that left knee out to the left. Again, think that fire hydrant pose. You should start to feel this outer hip turn on. Ooh, mine's burning. You'll come back through center. Extend your toes straight out in front of you. And you'll feel this hip flexor in the left side turn on. And then gently set the foot back down on the floor. Shake it out, sway your hips from side to side. And then second side, you'll shift your weight into your left foot, bring your right knee up and towards your chest, just to a right angle. Flexing the right toes, soft bend to the left knee. Hugging everything in and up. So think about cinching in the waist, hugging the outer muscles of the hips in towards center line. And then we'll slowly start to take that right knee out to the right. And again, if you fall out, it's okay. Come back in. And think about what part of the core is activated to keep yourself stabilized here. So really hugging everything in. Slowly bring that right knee back through center. Extend the right foot straight out in front of you. Feel the hip flexor turn on. And then as slowly as you can, bring it back down to the floor. Shift from side to side, shake it out. Inhale, both arms straight up toward the ceiling. Then exhale, bend your knees, dive over your legs. Halfway lift, bring your hands to your shins, look forward. And exhale, fold right back down. Inhale and reach out and up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. So we're gonna kind of play with that same balance, but going in the opposite direction. So you're gonna bend your left knee. Yeah, so I feel like a stork or something. Balancing on the right foot. And you're gonna start to tip the upper body forward until you're somewhat parallel to the floor and the sole of your foot is reaching straight up toward the ceiling. So you're gonna squeeze that left glute to lift the foot even higher. And then you can extend the left leg back behind you, creating sort of a capital T shape with the body. Lift through the heart, reach through the left foot. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Rebend the left knee. We're just coming back in, or coming back out the way we got into it. Slowly start to tilt the body back upright. Hug your knee into your chest, and then gently set it back down. Shake it out. Big breath in, big breath out. Last side, and then we're going to hit the floor and stretch it out. So you'll bend, or you'll shift your weight into your left foot, bend your right knee. Start to tip the body forward. And then that right foot's going to teeter up toward the ceiling. Squeeze the right glute, soften the left knee. If you fall out, it's okay. Keep lifting through the heart, reaching through the crown of your head, and then extend the right leg, reaching that right heel back behind you. Cinching everything in around the waist, deep, deep breath. Coming out the way we got into it, bend the right knee. Slowly start to tilt back up. Bringing that right knee into the chest. And then slowly setting it back down. Shake everything out. Big breath in, reach the arms up toward the ceiling. Exhale, fold over your legs. Halfway lift and lengthen. As you exhale, go ahead and come down to your seat. Just an easy transition to an easy seat. And close your eyes, bring your left hand over your heart and then your right hand over your left. And maybe your heart feels like mine and it's racing. Notice that. Breathe into it. And as you slow the breath down, the heart will slow with it. Deep inhale through the nose. Deep exhale through the nose. Breathe in. Breathe out. And relax your arms back down towards the floor. Let your eyes open and then just extend your legs out in front of you. Feet are about hips width apart. You can soften the knees a little bit and just simply fold over your legs. Drop the head and neck, let the spine round. And as you inhale, come back upright, and you're going to bring the sole of your left foot to the floor right next to your right knee. And there's about a fist width in between your left foot and your right knee. So a little bit of space in between the legs. Sit up really tall, and you're going to twist to your left. So left hand will land behind your back. Right hand can wrap around that left knee. Look out over your left shoulder. If you want to go a little bit deeper, you can sort of slide that left hand back, slide your right arm in between your thigh and your belly, and deepen that twist. But this is really deep, so if that doesn't feel accessible, don't worry about it. One more big breath in, sit up tall. Breath out to twist. And come through center. Quick counter twist in the other direction, don't think too much about it. And then we'll switch sides. So left leg extends, right foot to the floor, knee hugged in towards the belly, and again, a little bit of space between your right foot and your left knee. Sit up really tall, plant your right hand behind your back, hug your right thigh with your left arm, and then look out over your right shoulder for your twist. And again, that option to deepen the twist if you feel like you can get there, but if not, not a big deal. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale to twist. And come back through center, counter twist. And then you'll extend both legs out long. And as slowly as you can, you're going to curl back down onto your back, one vertebrae at a time. And slide your feet up underneath your seat, so bringing the soles of the feet to the floor, knees pointed straight up toward the ceiling. We'll bring the hands by the hips, palms down. Wiggle the shoulder blades underneath the heart, setting up for bridge pose. So as you inhale, you'll press your feet into the floor, lift your hips straight up toward the ceiling. Exhale, slowly come back down. Finding a little bit of a flow here. Inhales will take the hips up. Exhales will bring the hips back down to the floor. A few more times, nice and slow. Inhale, hips up. Exhale, down. Two more times. Inhale, the hips up. Exhale, bring them down. Last time, lift the hips. Hold for an extra breath. And then on your next exhale, bring the hips back down to the floor. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Rock from side to side. And then extend your legs out long, ending your practice just where we began, in that full body Shavasana. The legs and the arms extended, the palms face up toward the ceiling. Give your head a rock from side to side. Just finding that sweet spot right in the middle. Close the eyes. Relax the breath, relax the body. And just absorb whatever there is to be absorbed. Feel what you need to feel. And let it be. Just an easy breath in and out through the nose. Softening the body on every exhale. Let your legs be heavy. Relax your shoulders. Soften your face. Take a deep breath in through your nose, fill up your belly, your rib cage, your chest, and then open your mouth, let it all drop out. And again, inhale through the nose, fill up belly, rib cage, and the chest. Open your mouth, let it all go. Last time, big inhale through the nose, filling up the body. Open your mouth, exhale. And start to wiggle your hands and feet. Rock your head from side to side. Roll out the ankles and wrists. And as you're ready, make your way back up to a comfortable seat. Keeping your eyes closed as long as you can. Stacking the torso over the hips. The head perched on top of the neck, sitting up really tall. Bring your hands to heart center, resting your thumbs against your chest. And one final deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And the light and love in me sees and honors that same light and love in each of you. Thank you so much for being here today. Namaste.